dictionary, the definition for an addiction is the fact or condition of being addicted to a particular substance, thing, or activity. One example of an addiction could be tobacco, and that is because it has a drug called nicotine in it, and it travels quickly to the brain when it's inhaled, and it has a feeling of temporary relaxation and or stress relief, stuff like that. Nicotine can also elevate your mood and your heart rate, and that causes it to be addictive. Not only drugs are addictive, it could be shopping, video games. You could be addicted to your work, your job. Being addicted to something may also have a negative effect on you. It could cause you to neglect other important things such as schoolwork or like Quran and like talking to your family, being there with them and stuff like that. What's it called? Nicotine, ironically, can also stop an addiction, which is kind of weird. Now, habits, the definition in the dictionary is a settled or regular tendency or practice. A habit isn't as strong as an addiction. You could stop that at times. You wouldn't do it regularly, like on a daily basis or whatever, but an example of it would be, let's say, biting your nails. So you would bite your nails like when you're nervous or when you're scared or something, but if it were an addiction, you wouldn't be able to stop at all. Now that I explained addictions and habits, I'm going to talk about bad habits, like specifically in Ramadan. It would be biting your nails, using bad language, forgetting to pray, gossiping, sleeping all day, stuff like that. And before I get into how to stop bad habits and stuff like that, I'm going to be telling you guys a story that I found online. So there was two people. The first person was asked a teacher or sheikh or whoever was with them. They were like, if a shaitan is locked up during Ramadan, why do people still do bad things? And the sheikh or whoever was with that person said, if you have a cup of coffee and you're stirring it really quickly or for a long time, when you remove the spoon, it still stays stirring, right? And the shaitan is a stirrer and we're the coffee. So our bad habits continue to stir even if the shaitan is locked up. So when you're trying to stop a bad habit, don't stop it temporarily. Try stopping it for good so that you don't continue with these bad habits after Ramadan and you stay, a better you. Set a goal for you to stop it for good and find something else you could become, like, it could become your habit, like drawing, reading, volunteering at places. Like try learning, reading Quran and like teaching other people things you might know. You can distract yourself with hanging out with family or friends, planning stuff for Eid after Ramadan, stuff like that. Now, addictions are harder to stop, but you can start off slowly until you finally stop it for good. And that concludes my speech. Inshallah, you guys will benefit from it and probably learn something. Have a great Ramadan full of happiness. Salawat.